If we have just mapping sheet, can't we create structure? So the answer is we can create the structure based on the mapping sheets, mapping sheet fields, which is given by the developer. How? So first the JSON completely will be in the object form, like open braces and close braces. Start from here, okay, and inside it we are having here serial number. Based on the serial number we can understand, okay, under, suppose if you see address, under address 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, it is not 7. What is meant by 6.1, 6.2, 6.3? Under this object we have these fields, okay. I am trying to explain the structure. Under this address object we have couple of fields, that's why it is 6.1. Suppose I have one more object, suppose, then I will write like 0.1, okay. Let's say suppose I have something residence something, okay, something like permanent address and temporary address, whatever, okay, such kind of thing. Suppose uh, native address, permanent address. Suppose if there is a permanent address, one more object, okay. In this case, this is one object. Again here need this is one more object. So now whenever they are giving whenever they are giving you mapping sheet, they will explain like it is okay. This way you are not going to prepare, okay. Please understand, just I am giving you how it will be, okay. This is optional or required field, this is required, and inside it 8.1 it starts because home number and all these things will be common again. However, normal address it has fields. Here also it will be there with like this. So based on these, see here I am giving 8.3 because under this object these need to be there. That is the meaning here. That's it. Suppose you may get one more thing like inside, okay, inside again permanent address. If you have some more thing, some more like array, suppose, okay, suppose it may have, it may not have, okay. Suppose some more thing like consider something is there inside, then it comes 8.3.1. suppose under mandal or under street if you have some more thing, suppose it will be there like suppose not for address, but if you have some bank account, okay, some bank account have suppose detail like a currency, okay. Let me go and create that one, okay. Here address is ended, okay. Now I am having some currency, okay, balance, okay, 1 minute. This is one more object, okay. Just I am trying to explain you, it can have inside more fields as well in the structure, okay. This is now object, this is one object. Under this object I have now again there is a currency details object. This is a, I am saying object. This is again inside balance. I have something JSON. Just try to understand the JSON structure. Okay, so about the requirements are, if they ask some questions also it's easy. Okay, currency details I will have again fields amount. What is the amount? It's consider it is integer. Currency is like INR, right? Because people will have multiple currencies in same bank account as well. Suppose HDFC is there. Suppose if it is there in internationally, okay, they will have, suppose someone is in US and they will have, suppose if they have Kotak or ICICI, suppose, okay, they can have two currencies, which is one is INR, one is USD. Okay, so if they want, they can transfer from here to there, USD to INR, and INR they can transfer to some Indian people, something. Okay, in that way also can be having from bank to bank. It varies how it is and the functionality. So INR. Okay. So now balance currency details, amount, currency. Suppose if you see now, this is like however we have objects, it is like this. But if you see inside it, this is one more object inside it. This is one more object. When it is object, how you will understand? It will be, it will have open braces and close braces. So if I go here, I'll remove this permanent. Okay, permanent. Okay, fine. 8.4, 8.5, 8.6. Okay. Now let me create fields. This is not 8. Okay, 9. This is 9. Why? Because this is in the structure is started new structure, new object. Okay, so here permanent address related is fields are ended. Okay, here okay, currency details. We have this one object. Okay, this one is object, and 9.1 again this one object. What is the object? Okay, so balance and currency details. Okay, so first one is balance, not currency details. Okay, this one is 9.1. There is a 9 balance. This one is also object. Now 9.1, 9.2. Okay, now this is 9.1.1. Okay, in this way you need to understand how it is. Okay, how your structure should be. If it is object, flower braces we give. So inside one more object is there, then again inside one more flower braces comes. Okay, 1.1.1. So this is called inside the object some field inside this object. not inside this object. Means because it is inside of inside. Okay, so nested we say. Okay, nested. Next, nested structure. Okay, so here don't anyone have doubt here? Okay, let's take some queries if we have. Next we'll go to 9.1.2. So if you know how to go through requirements, it's very easy to write cases. What is the amount and currency? Any doubts till now here? Okay, so this is how mapping sheet. Okay, the required, optional, all of them will be given to you. Okay, this is required or optional, how it is, like all these things comes, and this is the sheet which is very clear, right? These are the business rules. Okay, this is what we discussed like last 2 days classes almost, and now we reached till end of the understanding requirements. Now we will go take one requirement and write the cases. Okay, cases we'll write, and we'll go to the postman. Okay, we'll try to go postman today itself, because already it's like almost we are in 5th session, 6th session, but not reached there. Anyway, but if you are very basic is clear, then it's nothing in the postman. It takes 1 or 2 sessions, that's it. Okay, if no queries, let's go to the any queries. The sheet I will forward. Okay, every day whatever we are doing, that I will forward, no problem with that. You can download and see. Okay, okay, if no queries, we are going one one API we will take, and from there we will start scenarios. Okay, for get we will start, and post we will see, and how the put and all those things. I don't want to write here, already I have cases that I will show. If you have any queries, just we will discuss. Okay, so now we have one sample APIs for to work it. Just to open this from your side, open the website as well. We will understand now. Now once you open, little come below, you have multiple HTTP calls. These are HTTP methods, and these are APIs list. Okay, normally whenever in the terms of understanding requirement, we need to understand what is the method, what is the endpoint. This is the endpoint, right? The endpoint, if you see, okay, they given list users. Okay, I think so. 1 minute. If I do get, it will. So sorry, this is the endpoint. Sorry, this is the endpoint. This is the endpoint. This is the base URL. Okay, this is the base URL. This is the expected response. It should come. Expected response is this one. So now if I do get, I am getting the data. So in the postman, it should happen same, means same response we should get it. Now suppose if I got this, Okay, if I get this, I need to understand requirements here. What are the requirements? Now, if you see the get method, we will not pass any body, no body, just it is a request. Request in the sense it's a endpoint URL, that's it. Okay, till here only endpoint URL. Okay, this one is called query parameter. This I will tell you what is meant by query parameter, and there is a path parameter. Query parameter and path parameter we can pass with the our URL. So that is query parameter. This one, it's not a endpoint URL inside it is. Okay, now I can pass page 3, page 4, page 1, whatever I need. Okay, so that's why query parameter is called filtering the your uh, values. Okay, filtering with by providing some value, filtering one category, I can say filtering one category, complete category. It is, I am not saying okay get id 7. Okay, here I am not passing as users id equal to 7. I am passing page equal to 2. Okay, complete page I am getting. Suppose if I pass users id 7, id 7, okay, then that will be a path parameter. What is mean by path parameter? You are trying to get specific id user, id 7, specific user. I am trying to get specific thing. Okay, specific value. Whenever you try to get specific value, that means only single record will come. That is called path parameter. Path parameter. Query parameter in the sense it comes multiple values or multiple records by filtering with some department or filtering with some whatever. It is called filtering. Okay, filtering with some value, not the specific record. Suppose if I am filtering get bank accounts. Okay, get bank accounts. Suppose one is there, one API get bank accounts, uh, account type equal to, okay, bank account type equal to savings. That is called filtering all the bank accounts with savings. Suppose if I give get bank accounts slash account number equal to one something xxx, that is called path parameter. So specific record we are trying to get specific record, then it comes only one record, that is called path parameter. Okay, this is a very, you will get as a interview question in every interviews actually. Okay, so just don't forget about that. Okay, query parameter will be passed with question mark. After the question mark, query parameter will be given. But if it is a path parameter, I think so it will be given as slash only. At the end it will be given as slash id equal to 7. It will be given like this. Okay, id equal to 7 with slash itself, not with the question mark. Okay, this we will see how we will understand whether it is a query parameter or path parameter in the Postman. Okay, once we keep in the Postman. Okay, whenever in Postman what happens, if it is a query parameter, if you pass after the question mark, it will display in the parameters section. We will see that. Okay, first try to understand the requirements and try to keep in the as a scenarios first, then we will understand. Okay, now we have, okay, don't assume that it is already developed. It is in development stage. We are in sprint and we have one requirement, that is one API endpoint details we got for to test. As we are in the starting days of the sprint, the endpoint is not ready from the developer. Just we have requirements and we are trying to write the scenarios. So how do you write the scenarios for this? Suppose now this is a get call, and this is a endpoint URL API users, and this is the expected response. Okay, let's go. I have listed cases. Let me open that. I will keep those cases here itself. 1 minute. No, they think so. One minute. I have written somewhere. Give me a minute. I will get it. Currently, this should be this one. Okay. Yeah. So here for writing cases for APIs, also we follow how do we write these cases normally for web application, which is front end, which is user interface. The same way we will be having the fields. Now here you will get one question. Is it mandatory to have test cases like this? Do we need to write in this Excel format? Suppose my project is, my project people says, everything should be in the form of feature files. In that case, we will not have this Excel sheet. We will have feature files. What do you mean by feature file? If you create one notepad and if you save that as a dot feature, that is a feature file. Notepad can be saved as feature file. There can be written in the form of when then given format with the plain English language. That is called feature files. That will be given by, or that will be written by the business analyst or PO, product owner. You can say normally product owner will write those. So that we can say business analyst or product owner. Project to project it varies, but most of the cases I think business analyst. In my project is giving by business analyst. So project to project and depends on the workload how they have. Business analyst will explain to others, or they will ask you to write maybe some places what will happen. Business analyst and QA can connect, and business analyst will ask you to write this way, and once you write it, they will review your feature file. If they need some corrections or if they see that something is not correct, they will guide us to modify. That will happen actually. Earlier that used to happen for me in earlier project, but here completely business analyst is writing and maintaining in Jira. Maintaining in the Jira in the sense there will be stories under that story, that is called requirement. Under that requirement, 4 to 5 scenarios will be copy pasted by them from their feature file. So the same scenarios I will be taking into my Eclipse for automation. So finally the outcome is coming from the business analyst, and those I am taking and I am trying for automation, because my project only used are done by automation, not a manual testing. So that's why I am going to take. But if some projects are only manual, then what to do? Some projects are in manual, then same case, okay, Jira, there we will have the scenarios under requirement or under story. Those cases I will take and I will create, okay, I will create based on the scenario. I will create in the Postman. Suppose test case 1, okay, list of users, test case 1, positive in the sense, I will tell you, okay, test case ID, test case 1, and I will say with all the, I will give a description in the name while giving the name in the Postman, okay. This is considering I am manual testing, okay. I don't have automation in my project for APIs, okay, because we are not reached into the automation till now. We are in the manual testing, that's why. So my project is manual testing we do for APIs. So requirements are got by and explained by the BA in the backlog grooming and in the stand-up calls. Every day we are discussing, and in current sprint I have 2 APIs which I need to test. The details are already discussed in the backlog grooming meeting. I am very clear about the requirements. Now BA already will copy paste, or already they will write the before starting of the sprint itself, in the by the backlog grooming time itself, the first day itself, they will have the scenarios, okay. So the 1 or 2 days you will also go through a try and you will try to understand it. And the day 2, okay, first one, in the day 2 the development will start from the developer. That time what you will do as a QA. So in the Postman I will go and create the scenarios, okay, or test cases in Postman. How it will be happen, okay. This actual result I don't know because it is in development stage, okay. It is in development stage. Actual response I cannot give, only expected things I know. Now let's go to Postman. Now, okay, first try to understand, okay. Okay, anyway, in Postman only we are going to write, okay. We are not going to maintain Excel sheet, just because, okay, if it is manual testing you can have Excel sheet also. It's up to project, again it varies, okay, how they wanted, okay, how they wanted in Excel sheet, results consolidate result or not, okay. Normally if we have it is better, if we don't have also that doesn't matter, okay. From your side be clear what you wanted to tell, whether you have all things or not, that's it. If you don't have Excel sheet, how you are maintaining? So if you don't want to confuse all these things, make it, I will have Excel sheet, all the list of cases in API, and the those will be created in the Postman, okay, for each test case. That also you can mention, it is very clear, that's it. Don't make confuse here, nothing is there here to like technically, okay, just it is a process, okay. So sometimes they will make you confuse whether you worked really or not. To make you confuse, these questions comes, okay. I already installed a Postman. If you want to install a Postman, what you do, just go to browser, Google Chrome, and Postman for Chrome, just get it. You will get the first link, then go there and you will have here as install app, okay. This is a Chrome browser uh, add-on, okay. So Chrome browser extension. So here, if first time you are doing it, you will get the install or add whatever. Okay, install app. So then once it is done, I will get launch app. Okay, you are able to see. If you want downloaded one, and if you wanted to get Windows application, that also we can download from the Google. Postman for Windows, if you say, that will be downloaded and that can be used as well. So anything is fine, because if you do launch app also, it will be opened in the separate window. Okay, like this it will open, not in the browser. Okay, so whenever it comes, just click on close. Okay, download. If you want to download separate one, okay, app, like whenever you try to do some browsing, okay, how do you get, if some app is there, they try to recommend you to download the app, right? So same way, I have already app as well, so I don't want. So here this comes. So first I am going to do collection. Okay, I will create a collection. What do you mean by collection? Under this collection, I can create multiple APIs, okay, or multiple endpoints related I can create. Okay, so I can create a collection actually. Okay, so from your side also create a collection. I have already some collections, so I have not done. Okay, let's go from the starting, creating collection and keeping everything. Okay, I will go to my Postman app. This is my Postman app. So let's go, try to do from your side as well. Okay, if you can do. So collection, I am creating new collection, and here I am creating one request under that collection. Okay, so why it is not coming to give collection name? Just give me a minute. It should come the, we should be able to provide the okay collection, new collection. Let's see. Templates again. Okay, create new collection. Okay, sorry, I created request earlier. Okay, collection, new collection. Here I am giving, suppose some project name, that is my project is, suppose, okay, users creation something. Okay, user creation something like okay, for now keep it. It depends on the project, it varies, but here you can say project name kind of stuff. Okay, I can do some, like, do something. Whatever, given something. Now here I can, okay, here this collection is created. Now under collection I can create multiple APIs requests, or we can say multiple API endpoints I can give. So now here I am getting add requests, or you can get from 3 dot lines as well, all the options. Now suppose first one I am going to do add request. Okay, now what I can do is, here is, okay, under this collection, if you see points, okay, if you see my API endpoints, API users, okay, about for this API endpoint I may have 4 to 5 scenarios or test cases. Under this I have, okay, for suppose under this creation, user creation, I may have 6 to 7 test cases. Why don't we do Okay, why don't we create one folder inside it? Okay, and we can give the name of the folder is, okay, based on the your, okay, based on your endpoint. So it's very easy. Under this folder you will have all the scenarios for that specific one. It's like managing everything properly. Okay, if I go here, I have one folder here. Okay, under this I can have request now. Request 1, request 2, request 3. Means I am going to write for this. Now let's go and write the scenarios for this one. Now let's try to understand first what all scenarios are written there. Then we will understand. Postman will go and create it. So these are the fields, test case field I kept. See the test case ID, how the naming conventions are. Okay, how the naming conventions. List of users, test case ID 1. Type positive. What is mean positive? I am providing valid URL. Okay, so I should get the positive response, which is 200, and whatever expected response should come, that also. So description, validate response with all valid details. Okay, valid response with valid details. That is first one. So what is the request URL to get the valid details? So this is the request URL. So now what I will keep, okay, try to understand method get. Body, does it have body for get? If it is body is there, suppose let's go to post. For under body you need to pass what body you are passing to get the expected response. The body is different for this test case, the body is different for this test case. If you see this body test case, the body is different. If you see body is different here also. Okay, job is nothing. Here I am passing some job. So body will vary from one test case to other test case. That's why in Excel sheet our body will be there. Okay. So this is get. I have one case and negative cases I am writing. Okay, for get how to write a negative cases. Negative check by passing the invalid headers. This way I can write it. Invalid header. Suppose I have 3 to 4 headers. Okay, in that headers maybe, okay, 1 or 2 will be the mandatory headers. If you don't pass that mandatory header, you will not get the response. So for that we are going to write one case. Okay, so valid is everything is correct, URL is correct and headers is correct. The next one more negative, check with invalid page number. Invalid page number in the URL. Okay, this actually, suppose in the requirements they explain to us, okay, there are the page numbers which suppose 1 to 100 page numbers will be there. Suppose I will give more than that, or instead of page equal to 2 I will give something like 1000 or 2000. Okay, users may there may not be there. If it is there it will come. Okay, but if they says some limitation is there, suppose if the limitation is there, we need to check that limitation. What is the limitation? If they don't have limitation, that is different case. We can check with giving some, instead of a number I will give a b c d. What should happen? It should not give for me list of users. Correct, right? There are no pages. Okay, there are no pages. I am passing a b c d. If it is coming 200, that is the issue. That is one case. Okay, so by providing the invalid parameter, this is query parameter, right? Okay, query parameter value I am giving wrong. Okay, if it is no query parameter is there, okay, that then we will not write this case. Okay, sorry, if no query parameter we will not write this, huh? If it is query parameter is there, then we will write it. So that's why this scenario came, because something I am passing at the end point. Next one, check with only with the HTTP method. If you see the URL, if you see the URLs, above URLs are having HTTPS, but here if you see, this has only HTTP method. Okay, and nobody, and method is get for all of them. So expected response, okay, expected response also given to us in the under the Jira you will have, or in the like you will understand. Okay, in the backlog grooming they will explain very clearly, right? That time you will understand, or under the Jira user story you will understand. So actual response we will not keep now itself, because once we write the cases in the Postman, and once developer ready with the development, and if it is ready to execute, then we will execute. So that's how these cases. Okay, now for post, okay, there is a post method which is one more API. Okay, let's try to understand. We will keep everything in the Postman tomorrow maybe. First try to understand what kind of cases are written for post method. Okay, suppose here is a post method, here we have request. Okay, when it is a post we need to pass a body. Okay, based on this body we are going to write multiple scenarios. So now I will send this sheet also today. Just go through the how I have written. First, creation user, again scenario type positive. Okay, request URL is this URL. See, the URL is changed for the post URL in the sense endpoint. Okay, this is different API completely. Okay, different API this one. This is different API. Okay, don't confuse with this. Okay, API endpoint is different. Endpoint, okay, endpoint. Try to see endpoint. Base URL will be common for entire project. Entire project. Okay. Suppose if you take Amazon application, Amazon may have web services like or APIs thousands. Till here is common like HTTPS. Amazon.in is common. After that, search product, login user, register user, okay, payment gateway. So this will change. That's it. Okay. In the same way, this also, this is different API endpoint. Okay, or service, different service. So the URL is this users. Okay. Now creation of user. For this I am passing body like this, and method post. Expect response should be coming like this. Okay, created it. Some ID should be generated. I am not giving actual response because I don't know until unless developer develops the completes the development. The same way how we write the user interface test cases, the same way. Okay, so test case 1 is like this. Test case 002, creation of user and check in the users list. What is mean by this? I am creating user, but where that user is present? Okay, in this which we have seen earlier. Okay, here I can check by passing some page and the user is created or not. Okay, that see method is different here. Okay, or you can completely remove this and do some way, other way. Okay, actually if we are getting this expected response is this means it is created already. Okay, this is for more clear check. Okay, more like clear validation. Okay, creation of user without job name key value. What I mean by key value without job name key value? Suppose this is my body. See what is the how I am passing the request body. So there is no value I am passing for this key job key. Okay, these are called key and values. Okay, this is key, this is one more key, this is value for this name key. So here my test case is I am passing without the value for the job key. So post method, what is the expected response? It's you will get in the requirements documents or in the Jira. In Jira, whatever business analyst provides you the requirement details. Test case, next test case, creation of user without the job key value. What is mean by this? You will have body like this. You will not have the this one itself. This one it will not be there. In the requirements document, you will have, okay, which field is mandatory, which field is optional, because we receive API mapping sheet like this. Okay, API mapping sheet I have like this, and job key is a mandatory field. Okay, require field. If you don't pass field itself, that also one case you can check, you will be getting 400 bad request, such kind of thing. So these are negative cases. With invalid request headers and invalid endpoint URL also. Header I will give different invalid, and this endpoint URL API users is there, right? Instead of that I may give something, okay, something else. Okay, 1 2 3 at the end something, that also should not work. Okay, so next one, creation of user. See, creation of users, user and check in users. Okay, sorry, this we have seen this with invalid request and invalid endpoint URL. Now we have seen. Now here some business validations are there. Okay, these are the business like conditions they given, like however we have seen there, right? Which one is required field, which one is optional. So we have something, we can write more scenarios also actually. So negative is this with invalid request headers and business validations. Okay, what I can do, see, they are saying both of them are required, right? Okay, I can pass without, I can write it on this case without the, suppose I have these two, what I will do, I will keep job, okay, I will remove the one more mandatory field, what should come, because this is also mandatory, name also mandatory actually. So we can try to find out how many ways we can write it. Okay, that's how we need to write it. So I will send you this sheet. Just go through once, and we will keep in the Postman tomorrow, and we will try to execute all of them. How many we can require parameters, optional parameters. Okay, this is I kept here requirements. Okay, requirement details to understand very more actually. Okay, see error conditions. Suppose name is empty. What should be the error message? That we should get from the developer. Name is combination of symbols and characters. If I pass name should be, suppose in my requirements it is given as should be the string. Suppose if I pass symbols and characters or characters and numerics, what should be the error message in the response? Okay, so such kind, these are requirements. Okay, these are requirements, below ones. So whenever I explaining something, I think all of them I explained that time. Okay, okay, let's discuss queries. So we have seen get and post, multiple scenarios. How do we write it? Do we have any queries here? Let's discuss. Be there all of them if anyone have any queries, so that you will also get the answer for that, right? Okay. Okay, for 5 minutes we'll take the queries and we'll discuss. Yeah, you can ask queries if you have anyone. Tomorrow we'll keep in Postman and we'll execute one by one. Okay.
And in
All the
real time
scenarios.
scenario,
Yeah.
they'll give the one Jira, and you should be created the validated point into test case. So in my project also, in your project same thing, means every day they'll give me a one Jira, for that Jira manual testing with the automation. Write the code is in the not immediately code in the, you can write in the sprint, means it's 14 days. Sprint means it's 14 days, 10 working days. So they'll assign a Jira ticket, and they will write the validation point, add the test case data, tested data, and write the automation code. So in every project, same thing, same rule follow, or any other, right?
Yes. Okay, suppose there is a one API in the current sprint, okay, which need to validated, okay, which need to be validated.
Yes.
Developer is started developing. Meantime, development while happening, we need to be ready with the scenarios. We need to be ready with the JSON body. JSON body, how will you prepare? Based on the requirements, how they given, which
Yes.
we have seen, right? Mapping sheet.
Yeah, mapping
So
document.
based on that, we need to prepare the structure. Once API is ready, okay, in the automation, what we can do is we can check with the multiple validations, like without some field missing, okay, with empty body. So once API is ready, we can execute. So the same process will be there in every project. Okay, we need to be ready with the cases. If it is automation, we will be ready with the scenarios in BDD format, and for each